Alright, y'all, before I go to sleep, I had to, after watching Redacted, and it just doesn't seem like everything's matching up about this bridge collapsing in Baltimore and the timing. One of the ship captains was from Ukraine. There are Ukrainian posts from Ukraine saying, way to go. Now send us money. Just lots of weird coincidences. How did it fall so easily? It's just absolutely crazy. Almost seems like a 9/11 again. Anyways, I wanted to share some things that me and my daughter helped me because we've seen Leave the World Behind. I've seen it a couple of times and my daughter has seen it once. And we're like, this looks eerily similar. And this is when I was searching for the ship and Leave the World Behind. And it says here, another user pointed out the container ship that slammed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore was on its way to Sri Lanka, represented on its flag on the ship. Interestingly, the vessel in the opening scene of Barack Obama's Leave the World Behind shares a similar sounding name, the White Lion. Let me show you guys some pictures here. So here is a picture of the one that ran into and slammed into the Baltimore Bridge. You see its name? Its name is Dali. D-A-L-I. Really interesting how it just fell so easy. And here is the ship on Leave the World Behind. And it's named White Lion. And I was like, I don't recognize any of these two having comparisons to each other. And I was like, my daughter, I told her, I was like, hey, let me search this. And I'm going to do this in a real time for you guys. And if you look up, as you see here, Dali ... White Lion. And it talks about the comparison. Here's an article from Times Now. And you look at this. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Look at this picture. White Lion Dali. Supposedly it's a very famous piece of artwork. Look at that. I don't know, y'all, but you cannot make this stuff up. It just... There's so many things. It just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. I thought this was really, really interesting how these two ships, which we know, we all should know from the movie Leave the World Behind, it's programming. They're telling us what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. So if you haven't seen Leave the World Behind, it's on Netflix. I mean, I think we paid for it just to watch that movie. And we watched a couple of documentaries since then, but I think what we paid was like $7 or $8 for a month. So it was well worth it. Well worth it. So, and then there's another Barack Obama movie coming out. I believe my daughter researched, and it's coming out on the 11th. But it's called Civil War. And I'll just go ahead and search it right here for you guys. Here we go. Second one on the list, y'all. But absolutely crazy. So they are preparing us for something. They most definitely are. A team of military-embedded journalists races against time to reach Washington before rebel factions descend upon the White House. Huh. So what does they say? What does this say to you? They're trying to show the explosiveness of what they think J6 was. I've never caught that before. That is so crazy. But they're almost trying to blame it like it's an insurrection, what happened. It's just so, so, so terrible that there were people outside the Capitol protesting the government. Absolute crazy. As you see, release date April the 12th. Well, that's UK. I believe when she looked it up, it said the 11th. So absolutely, absolutely crazy, y'all. So, man, can't make this stuff up. I had to come on here and share with you guys. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Was this an accident? When you see the curvature on the videos, which I won't play here, supposedly the ship had lost power, but yet it was still able to turn a very sharp turn, and it was puffing black smoke out of it like it was revving that diesel up. But supposedly it was losing power. How can you rev a motor if you're losing power? It just doesn't add up, y'all. The more you look into it, it just doesn't add up. Redacted did a good section. They went through all sorts of attributes of this incident. Really, really good work. But anyways, I had to share with you guys. This was so crazy. There's nothing new underneath the sun. There's so many. There's one. I don't know who he is, and I don't remember his name, but he straight said, "This is a swan. This is a black swan." So, and it usually has to do with economical things. So you can imagine. And they said, one person said 20,000 people pass this bridge every day. Another person, or I'm not sure if it's every day or every week or what, but 20 to 30,000 people go across this bridge. I'm not sure what the time frame is. So there is a lot of traffic. There's a lot of transporting that goes through. So some people are thinking maybe it will put a dent in things getting shipped, things getting delivered on time. Who knows? They say they're going to rebuild it, and they automatically knew that it had nothing to do with a terrorist or a cyber attack situation. Just, they automatically knew. Doesn't make sense. How do you know if you haven't investigated it? You just automatically say, this has nothing to do, no big deal, nothing to see here. Same thing they've been giving us for almost everything that's happened. So crazy, y'all. We keep our eyes open. We gain knowledge. We look at the facts. And we draw our conclusion from there instead of listening to them. Anyways, thought this was interesting and had to share before I go to sleep. Blessings to you all, and we'll see you next time.